Hey guys, I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I wanted to show you guys how I achieved this look. So first, on the pinky nail, I'm using multiple glitters to get a unique look. I got some raw glitters from Amazon, I got a dirty Sprite from Nail Heaven, and I also have a unicorn glitter from Picasso Powders that I'm just mixing all together to get a unique nail. Also, I really recommend this practice hand. Like, it's helped me so much with practicing on my free time when I can't have clients come in, or if a model flops on me, because models, that's the thing about models sometimes. I'm not sure if you guys have experienced this, but I would have a model come for a freestyle or for something that I showed them, and then they'll tell me that they can't do what I just, like, that ever happened to you guys? Like, there was just no purpose of you being a model. Like, if you wanted an appointment, you could have booked. But people do that, so yeah. Now I'm just taking some gold glitter and I'm just smothering it all over the nail. I like to do stuff like this because I just never know the outcome. Like, I like to be surprised sometimes with the finished look, if that makes sense. I know that some of you guys were saying on my last post that you struggle with freestyles and how do they just pop up on the top of your head. You have to just go with the flow. That is my freestyle advice. Go with the flow. Take your colors out and your materials out, your stickers, whatever you feel like you want to use. And honestly, what I normally do is I do something different on each nail. Sometimes I might do two nails the same, but for the most part, I try to make every nail different. It makes the freestyle look nice. As long as the colors match each other and everything falls together, it always ends up looking great. So I don't want you guys to overthink your freestyles too much, or think that the freestyles just aren't coming to you fast enough. Not everybody can freestyle off the top of their head. There's been times where I was freestyling and I kid you not, I got stuck and I just put my hand on my head and I'm just like, all right, give me like 2 minutes. I gotta think about what I'm gonna do next. Or even I'll be on one nail and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do on the next. Sometimes I plan my freestyles before they even come to me. But if they change the color that I have in my head, I just change the theme or the color of the freestyle that I already had planned out in my head. It really helps. It helps a lot. Now you guys can see that I am capping the nail with clear, and I like to use NSI clear acrylic, and I also use their monomer as well. Also, I wanted to share this with you guys. I wanted to take a class with this nail tech. Probably about a week ago, I had seen that she was offering classes, but I didn't really see a price, so I went to DM her to ask her about, the prices, and I seen that I had DM'd her last year, April, when I first started doing nails, and I was like, hey, I'm an upcoming nail tech and I'm having horrible lifting issues. I wanted to know if there's anything you could tell me that may help. And she never responded. Of course, her page is pretty large. But it made me think about when you guys DM me with questions and tell me like, hey, I'm an upcoming nail tech, I'm having trouble with A, B, and C, can you help? Not everybody is willing to help people, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with not sharing your information. But I am someone that you guys can come to, and I'm saying this because we all have to start from somewhere. And me looking at that just made me think about when I really used to be extremely upset about the lifting issues I was having. I'm talking next day, the whole nail popped off, no nail. Like, I really used to be sad. I would just have my friends come like, please, let me try it again. How about we just take them all off? Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Like, I was so motivated to make sure that no one's nails come off ever. And I do have a lifting, a how to prevent lifting video. I know that you guys were DMing me, asking me like, what do I use? I share everything with you guys. I promise you that video is up as well, and it's actually about 2 months old. I still use the same method. And I'm rambling, oh my god, but right now I'm using this yellow color from Picasso Powders. I am no longer their brand ambassador, so I do not have a code for you guys. Getting back to me actually doing these nails, I am doing a simple nail with the yellow color. I'm gonna later add some Chinese stickers to the nails. I wanted to tell you guys that I'll soon be releasing a nail supply store, a small nail supply store, and these stickers will also be there. So I don't have a link for you guys to find these stickers because I purchased them in bulk to sell. So I'm gonna definitely keep you guys updated. I haven't announced it on Instagram yet because I really didn't want anyone to know, but I'm gonna tell you guys. Now that my acrylic is laid, I'm gonna put my stickers onto the nail and cap over it. You don't have to be too worried about it moving or anything like that because it's not a decal, it is a sticker. So it's perfectly fine. It's not gonna smudge or anything like that when you're capping it. Next for this nail, I'm going to be doing a French tip nail. And if you guys struggle with doing French tip, I say this all the time, there are cutters that you can use, and people also use nail tips. But I personally like to just use the end of my brush to form the French tip. You guys can see that very carefully I am using the end of my brush to give it the smile line look. It is okay if you are not able to use your brush to do this, because like I said, there are many different ways that you guys could finesse and make it look really good. Also, right now I'm not too concerned about building an apex because I'm later going to cap everything with clear, because I wanted to do a cutout design on this nail that I'm going to later show you guys how to do. Now that the French tip nail is dry, I'm going to take a hand file and go over the edges of the smile line just to get it to be really smooth. For this look, the first thing I'm going to do is grab a dry bead. I wanted the bead to be dry so that it won't move around too much when I'm trying to cut it and file it and stuff like that. So the bead I'm currently using is pretty dry, and I'm later just going to go in and fill the side walls. Now I'm using a cutting tool that I got off of Amazon to give it a really clean line. It doesn't really matter if it's not too perfect. The line on the cutting tool is super straight, so there's no reason why you shouldn't cut it perfectly. But later I'm gonna file it, so you don't have to be too concerned. Now that that's filed, I'm gonna go with my glitter acrylic and pretty much repeat the same steps. Now I'm going to fill in all the negative space with the rest of my yellow acrylic, and it doesn't matter if it gets on the other parts of the nail because I'm later going to file this whole nail and cap it with clear. Now, using my hand file, I'm going to go over the French tip nail until I see that everything is visible, and I'm also going to shape the side walls. Now that I'm finished filing, I'm going to cap the whole nail with clear and I'm going to start to build my apex. Now I'm going to file the nail as if I was sealing the cuticle, and on a low speed, I'm taking my drill bit and I'm slowly going over each nail. Now, using my Zoe nail bling glue, I'm going to apply all of my stones. And I know you guys was talking about me doing a stone placement video. I'm thinking about doing that next week if you guys are interested. For the French tip nail, I completely covered the smile line with stones, and I'm going to skip over this and go right into doing the 3D snake. Lastly, for my 3D snake, I'll be using the yellow Picasso powder color, and I'm using a size 6 nail art brush. First, using a small bead, I'm going to build the body of the snake, and I'm slowly going to pull the bead down in the direction that I want it to go and then wipe the sidewalls after. Here, I was making the snake's tail, so I was trying to get the acrylic to curve over. Now I'm going to use some acrylic paint to put lines on the snake. And lastly, I'm using a top coat from Amazon, and I'm gonna leave everything I use in this video in the description box below. And that's all I have for you guys today. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.